Right, okay. That's a win anyway. So, how's the history? I would. Oh, is it? Oh, all right, Shalom. The ISUPK started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. It's a corrupt on the ISUPK in the UK. You know what I mean? Make sure you watch the Black Watch. Lucky I'm Black for a second. Make sure Black by Commanding Yohana tonight. Make sure you watch Scripture Breakdown class tonight by General Muhammad. 12 o'clock, midnight, Black Watch. Also, no, Archives for forward Sunday. Back on track now. American was heavy for us, but we went back Sunday, forward Sunday. The main nice. No, no, I know the forward, but Sunday. And the track is 11. No, it was 11 last week. Oh, in the balance now. Okay, sure balance. Yeah, make sure Black Watch. What classes? Monday at 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW, 7 to 9. Make sure you're there. Also on Tuesday, which you can watch online, which is the Brotherhood class live from Manchester, Officer Tazafa 1 and Officer Awaban. You can watch it on ISUPK, UK, or United Kingdom on Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube, Slovakia. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is ISUPK United Kingdom. Like, share, subscribe, powerful videos, as well as our Facebook page, and as well as our Instagram as well, and Twitter, Slovakia. Classes on Wednesday, 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW 79. Classes on Thursday, Scripture Breakdown class, mandatory, all officers, troopers, and any Black or Hispanic or Native Indian companies, doors, man. Learn, get deprogrammed, get brainwashed, man. Everyone's saying the ISUPK are brainwashing people. We are, man. We're brainwashing people. We're washing the brains of people, man. Because what? Our people's brains are filthy, man. We're out here cleaning it, man. Cleaning it from Christianity, cleaning it from all the garbage that, the world is filth, man. It's filth that our people believe in. We wash the filth off, man. You know what I mean? So make sure you come into our class, learn 7 to 9 scripture breakdown class. Any scripture, any precept, bring it to that class on Thursday, man. I want to see loads of questions. Captain Prussia wants all your questions, man. That's right. Read your Bible Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and on Thursday, bring them questions, man. Listen, you don't understand the Bible. Even what you think you understand, bring it anyway, man. You get the real breakdown by Captain Prussia, man. He wants some questions, man. Lucky. You know what I mean? He's dying to answer some questions. He likes to enlighten people, man. You know what I mean? So bring them questions, man. Yeah, it's like the class. We're going to marriage, what the world sees as marriage today. You know what I mean? The world sees marriage as what? Somebody get the Bible to me. The world sees marriage today. Should be that bag behind you. Anyway. The world sees marriage today as what? Church bells. You know what I mean? A white man that says the power invested in me, and now pronounce you man and wife. Think about that the microphone. It's probably in the back. With the power invested in me, and now pronounce you man and wife. They think that throwing rice on a woman, throwing rice on the groom and bride is marriage. You know what I mean? Christianity has told us that what? Throwing a bouquet and getting a white dress, that is marriage. The honeymoon, ring on a finger, wedding vows, or all marriage. I'm going to tell you something today. All those things are not in the Bible, man. Nowhere in the Bible do you see rice being thrown on the bride, man. Nowhere in the Bible do you see a bouquet being thrown. No. In fact, you know what they say? By the power invested in me. Where are they even reading from, man? Them lines are nowhere in the Bible, man. Where's it coming from? You don't find it in Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, the Apocrypha, Wisdom of Solomon. Where are they reading from, man? You're gonna find out all these things are man-made, man. When they say, "Do you take this woman to be your lawful wedded this?" and do you take this man to be your lawful da, and with the power invested in me, it's nowhere in the scriptures, man. You don't find it nowhere in the scriptures. You don't find nowhere in the scriptures walking down the aisle. You don't find nowhere in the Bible a man going on one knee and putting a ring on a woman's finger, man. It's nowhere in there, man. And these are the things. These are one of the things that man has made up, man. You know what I mean? The oppressor tells you when to love your mom. You know what I mean? When was the day to love your mom? It was yesterday, man. When the Bible says honor your mother and your father, man. Don't give no day, no time. You meant to love your mom and your father all year round, man. So I can speak up. It times out after a while. No, 12, yeah. The Bible says what? Love your wife, man. When? On Valentine's Day, no, man. You love your wife all year round, man. But the oppressor tells you when to love your mom, when to love your parents, man. You know what I mean? You get these pagan holidays that go back to what Roman Catholic gods, man. Do your research, man. Mother's Day goes back to Roman Catholic gods, man. Goddess of fertility. Have you noticed Mother's Day falls around Easter? Easter about what the goddess of fertility, man. You know, around the same period as Lent and Mother's Day, around the equinox, man. The spring equinox. Equinox means what? Equinox is when there's what's the equinox again? When it's like usually you have in the winter you have longer nights and shorter days. In the summer you have longer days and shorter nights. The equinox is the day of the year when you get equal. Equinox meaning equal, and nox meaning nighttime, like nocturnal. Nocturnal. Someone who's nocturnal, someone that can't sleep at nighttime. Like an owl is nocturnal, a bat is nocturnal, hedgehog's a nocturnal animal. So the equinox is the day of the year when it's equal day and equal night. And guess what? The pagans, the Celtics, they worship the equinox, man. That was a holy day to them, and that's. Have you ever wondered why Mother's Day is around the equinox, spring equinox, as well as Easter, as well as Good Friday? And it's not hard to find, man. All you got to do is Google it, man. The person tells you how to love your woman, when to love your woman, and he tells you, listen, if you don't walk down the aisle, if you don't tie that knot, you don't love your woman, man. If you don't tie that knot, then listen, you kind of play, you don't really love her, man. You're using her, you want to have sex with her, but you don't want to make it official, man. So I got to say, the master said.
Yeah, so what they like to say as well, so you ain't walked her down the aisle. It's like you want the milk, but you don't want the cow.
Yeah, man. And it's ridiculous. Let me tell you something. Will Smith is married to Jada, man. And Jada be giving Will bun like crazy, man. You didn't see Will Smith flip out yesterday. He had enough. Everyone running jokes after him and running jokes. Will Smith became a meme. Everyone talking about the entanglement. And guess what? Will was married to Jada. He was married. Listen, Will is married to Jada. When Will Smith boxed Chris Rock, he said, "What? Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth." That's his wife, man. They tied the knot. And look how she treats him, man. Look how she treats him and got a laughing stock, man. Everyone laughing at him. Everyone talking about entanglement, this, entanglement, that. Will Smith went on the red carpet and some transgender was like, "Oh, so what? You look okay this year? No entanglements here." And they're married, man. They're married in the UPK, in the Bible. Marriage is much more than a ring, man. It's much more than some certificate, man. So like, it's way much more than some ring and certificate and honeymoon and rice and getting down on one knee and wedding vows, man. Look at Ike Turner. Ike Turner was married to Tina Turner, man. And that didn't stop him from busting her head, man. So lucky, that's a great. You can spend time watching a movie called What's Love Got to Do with It, man. Tina Turner's biography, man. And listen, Ike Turner was married to her, man. Had the rice, the ring, the everything, man. How is it people frown at a man that has no certificate for his wife, has no ring for his wife? She didn't walk down the aisle in a red dress. People frown at you like, look at this, man. Look at these that just having sex, shacking up, man. But really, you should be frowning on Tina Turner, man. Oh, yeah, but she got the rings on the finger, so that makes all the difference. You should be frowning at Jada, man. Slagging on her, man. Oh, yeah, but she got the ring on her finger, so that makes all the difference, man. It don't, man. A wedding ring don't make you any better of a woman than a woman that hasn't got no wedding ring, man. They say 50% of married people get divorced anyway, man. That's right. 50%, that's a big number, man. 50% of married people, 50% of people get married anyway. Listen, there ain't no crime in getting married. If you want to, you get married on paper, and you know, I think in America you get benefits to be married. In England you don't get jack shit to be married, so lucky. But in America you get benefits. Then do it, man. The white man gives you some benefits. Then do it. But just know that the real marriage is what we're about to read in the Bible, man. It's not a ring on your finger. It's not wedding vows. It's not I do. And, you know, slide a ring on a girl's finger. In fact, all that is against God, right? If you want to get married, what's it called? If you want to get married legally, that's the one. Legally, you know, share the same bank account, and, you know, you both got a house in your name and you share the bills. That is fine. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do, man. But that ain't real marriage, man. Real marriage according to the Bible is what we're about to read.
All right. So out of the Zondervan Bible Dictionary.
This is marriage in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. If you could say it to people, you can turn up. I don't have my open date.
All right. Out of the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, a marriage is an intimate personal union.
A marriage is an intimate personal union. Intimate is something that you don't share with the world, man. That's where you get the word intimacy from. It's something sexual. And then personal is something you don't share to the world. Like your bank account is something personal. You know what I mean? What else is personal? Your credit card is personal. You know, your secrets are personal. Your diary is personal. That's how marriage is. It's a personal union. You know what I mean? Something that you don't share. It's something that marriage is something personal. It's something that Jada shouldn't be sharing with August Alsina, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? It's something that some of these women who are married should be sharing with nobody else, man. It's personal. It's something that it's something that your wife shouldn't tell her sister or her mom when you're having arguments, man. Because it's personal. That's how marriage is, man. Your man got a spending addiction. Yeah, man. You listen, the people you can go to, there's men in the school that can sort that out, man. Not and guess what? Them people you should go to is not Facebook, man. It's not Instagram. You know what? Your life is personal, man. Imagine that. Imagine if all of us married people was out in all of our secrets, man. You know what I mean? You know he eats a lot, man. You know, his farts stink, man. You know, he's just that. Come on, that's ridiculous, man. Marriage is a personal thing, man. It's something that everyone shouldn't know. So like I said.
And off the back of that, it's so personal. A woman shouldn't be showing herself on Facebook, man.
That's right.
All those pictures in that same bedroom you and your husband have, where you're in your underwear, showing it on Instagram.
That's right.
You are breaking that a marriage right there, man.
That's right.
That's for him to see. It's his intimate. That's part of his intimacy, and you're showing that to the world, man.
You go, man. That was the other one said couldn't say it better myself, man. It's personal, man. It's personal. It's mad because women want men to be faithful. I'm mad about in the world, in the school, you know, we know better. But in the world, it always be in the world, women want men to be faithful. And I can't see why they can't keep it in his pants. But you're always naked on the gram. You're going to Jamaica, posting your Jamaica pictures. But they say, I can be faithful. Why can't he be faithful? But you're not, man. You're naked, showing the whole world. He's out there giving his things to the whole world. You're out there showing your things to the whole world, man. You ain't faithful neither, man. See, I can't come in the UPK because no man don't own me. But then women in the world like, I can't come UPK, no man ain't owning me. And these same women beg a man to marry them, man. They go, it's not official till you put a ring on it, man. Listen, you're playing games, you gotta put a ring on it, man. But if you marry a woman, and you have papers on that woman. A marriage has a marriage certificate. That's a receipt, man. That's a receipt saying you own that woman. So why is it it's like when the white man says something, I can accept that because the white man said, "Well, I don't listen to anything black people say, man. You like just niggas, and what could you know?" That's the problem, man. That's the problem, man. We came out the wrong color, man. So luck, yeah. That's why we have so much kickback on the streets, man. A woman don't mind being a man's 10th baby mother, man. But she don't want to be a second wife, though. That's just too much, man. She don't. I mean, Future has like 10 baby mothers, and loads of children, man, and they don't mind, man. They're getting the child support money. None of them ain't complaining. They're the baby mother of Future, man. But Sierra left. Why? Because he had another woman. I can't be a second woman. I can be 10th baby mom. Sierra literally one of Future's 1,000 baby moms, and that she can live with. She can live with finding another man and him leaving her, and another man having 3-4 kids with different dads. That I can live with, but to be with a man with 2 women, you know, he cheated, but you know, let's move forward from this. That she can't do, man. That's the hypocrisy of the Christian church, man. So, yeah.
No sweat. Is an intimate personal union.
A union is when 2 people come together, man. The word unity, when people unite, that's where the word comes from, man. You know what I mean? I love medical. Excuse me, I like doing etymology, man. Yeah. Union when people come together. Unity when people unite. A union is when the unification. What union is. When a man and woman come together, it's called sex, man. When a man and woman come together and have sex and become one family, and now it's not my life and your life, it's our life now. It's not your money and my money, it's our money now. It's a union, man. Why do you think it's called the European Union? Because once upon a time, in England doing things by itself, France doing things by itself, and so you know what? Let's unite, man. And it started something called the European Union, meaning you know what? You want German cars? All right, cool. Here's some Mercedes for you, man. Here's some BMWs for you, man. Your people can come to my country. So people from Germany, well, not anymore because of Brexit, could come to England. And that's what was getting all the white people angry. Hey, union, you can trade with me, I can trade with you. We're all united, man. We give you what we call low costs on the things that we got. We got Peugeot. What France got? Peugeot, coffee, designer clothes like Dior and Givenchy. We say to your people for cheap, man. You know what I mean? FCUK. Everybody else gotta pay the proper price. But we're a union, man, so I'll give you for discount. Man. Fanta comes from Spain, man. From Spain, we trade with you, give you Fanta and so forth. And likewise, Britain will give them Land Rovers and Range Rovers and Jaguars and all them rubbish cars that no one really likes from Britain, the Vauxhalls. It's like, no, I can't use the Vauxhall still. So like, yeah, my first car, so like, yeah. And that was a union. And a man and woman have the same union. It's called marriage, man. It's called marriage, man. No longer is, well, that's what happened? In financial problems. Boy, I hope it gets better, Now, man, you're united now. Now your job to fix that now. Before it wasn't. Well, now you got sex with that woman, you're united. Now that's your problem too, man. You gotta make sure she's not on the road. You gotta make sure she's hungry. So like I said.
Just like what you said, you're one. If she's in financial problems, you can't be like, well, damn, you better work that. You better work that overtime, then, man, and just make it work. You are part of the responsibility to make sure that she is looked after.
There you go, man. You're one body now, man. You know what I mean? It's like every day.
To which a man and woman consent.
So it's a union which a man and woman consent. So you can't trick a woman. You can't drug her. You can't put, something in her drink. You know what I mean? A woman is consensual. It's what they call consensual. You can't rape somebody. Like what they teach in GMS. It's something that a man and woman, male and female, both consent. To give you consent means you give you permission. Remember in school when your parents, you go to trip and your parents will sign what? It's called consent forms. Meaning your parents are giving you permission to go on that school trip, man. Likewise, when it comes to sex, you can't drug a woman, you can't hold her down, you can't hit her over the head. It's something you both have to consent. Keep it in.
Consummated.
It's consummated, meaning it's finished. It's made official. We done.
And continually nourished.
And continually nourished. Nourished means fed. I mean, it's not something you do once. It's something you got to keep doing. We done.
By sexual intercourse.
And that's marriage, man. Sexual intercourse, man. A marriage is sexual intercourse. That's when two flesh become one. And you got to nourish that marriage by constantly having sex, man. You know what I mean? Most problems in marriage is why? For sex. You know what I mean? You seen Jeremy Colin Morey and stuff. And the man does, usually woman, she's like, I can't do no more, man. And it's breaking up the marriage, man. You need to continually have sex with a woman. And like, sometimes men are stressed, man. You know what I mean? It happens. Like, yeah, you've been with a girl for 10 years. It's not going to always be roses, man. The lights will dim sometimes, man. But again, it's the marriage. It's like being a parent. Not every time as a parent, you're going to go to Disneyland. Not every time you're going to go to the park. The time you're tired, your kid's like, come on, man, dad, go to the park, man. Like, nah, man, it's raining, man. Just chill, man. It's going to be hard times too. Sometimes you got to beat them kids, ground them kids. But overall, times are nice, man. You know what I mean? Don't listen to Hollywood. Hollywood make you got women leaving their man because why? Sparking there no more. What do you think will happen, man? You watch too much pretty women, man. You want to wake up every day and get your nails done. You want to wake up every day and go on dates. You're even never gonna argue. But anyway, I digress, man. But that's what marriage is anyway. If you could, Marvel Star, get me the book of Genesis. You know, man. Genesis 24:67.
Book of Genesis 24:67. And Isaac brought her into the. Sorry, just give me 2 seconds. And Isaac brought her into his mother's Sarah. Sorry. And Isaac went into mother Sarah tent and took Rebecca, and she became his wife.
Yeah, man. The Bible said Isaac, one of our forefathers, man, took Rebecca into his mother's tent, and there she became his wife, man. In that tent, what did happen in that tent, man? That's sex, man. And that's when she became his wife. Before that, she wasn't his wife. Before that, she was just a woman. She went in the tent and became his woman, man. No matter women say, yeah, I'm his woman, I'm his girl. But they say, listen, no man is owning me. You just said that. You just say you're my girl, man. You say if this is my car, let's say I own that car, man. The car belongs to me. You're saying you're my woman, then I must own you, man. So lock yeah. You know what I mean? According to the Bible, a man owns a woman, man. A man owns a wife, man. A man has that last say. That's just how it is, man. Lock yeah. Women don't mind being owned by a drug dealer. They don't mind being owned by a drug dealer. They don't mind being owned by a pimp. But a man of God don't want to be owned by, man. It beats me. A drug dealer has women put in crack up to her private parts, man. And she would do it, man. Okay. And we go shopping afterwards, yeah, man. If you risk her freedom, man, We used to get freedom coming through the what's it called? The checking of Jamaica of Gatwick. What's good? They go checking. What's it called? Customs.
Arrivals.
The arrivals, customs of Heathrow Airport coming in from Norman Manley Jamaica Airport, man. With the high grade weed in a private parts, but you can't get it to wash the dishes. So imagine a man got a fight with his wife to come out the strip club. A man got a fight with his wife to not become a whore. Will Smith got to fight with his wife to not become a whore. Imagine that. It's not. You got loads of men out there that beat their woman, like Curtis from Top Boy, man. Luck, yeah. And you got a man saying, "Listen, I don't want you dressing naked no more. I don't want you going to these clubs where there's no good men. I don't want you hanging around with them whole virgins you got." And you got to fight for it. Anyone will think it's telling to do something wrong. And that's how the world is today in 2022, man. But so I can read it again, Baba Kashar.
Genesis 24, verse 67. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah, and
And
she
took Rebecca
became
with
his
him.
wife.
So he went into his mom's tent and took Rebecca with him, man. What do you think? What the two grown ups do in the tent, man? They have personal, intimate union, man. You know what I mean? They have sexual intercourse, is what it is. So that's marriage according to the Bible. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people thinking, well, Jesus went to a wedding, and he did. In fact, let's get that, man. Christ performed his first miracle at a wedding. He did, man. You know, I don't think I got you, Officer Crawford. You know what I mean? You said a wedding ain't marriage, but Christ went to a wedding. I'm gonna show you, man. Let me see, get it real quick. Give me no. Give me quite a few about even a parable about wedding as well. Give me the book of John 2 and 1.
The book of John, verse 1. And the third there was a marriage in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there.
So there was a marriage in Canaan, man. A man and woman got married. A man and woman, got married, had sex and so forth. And this in Canaan, keep it in.
And both Jesus was called and his disciples to the marriage.
Keep it
And
in.
when they wanted wine, the mother of Jesus said unto him, They have no wine.
So again, so Christ went through what you call a wedding today, man. How a wedding would work, but a wedding is just a celebration of the marriage, man. That's it. Like if your birthday is October the 20th, your birthday is on October the 20th. If you have a party for your birthday, then guess what? Your birthday is October the 20th. If you have no party for your birthday is still October the 20th. If no one brings you a cake or a card, your birthday is still October the 20th, man. And likewise, the wedding part is just a celebration of the marriage, of the sexual intercourse that a man and woman come together, man. If there was no ceremony, they'll still be married. If there is a ceremony, they're still married. The wedding part is just a celebration, man. Like if a man graduates from college, he's graduated, he got his certificate, he's passed, he's graduated. And guess what? If he don't go to the ceremony, has he not graduated? Of course he has. In fact, I got a cousin that didn't go to his graduation ceremony, and guess what? He still got the accolades. What are the accolades? Still got the accolades. Still got a job. Still got a good job because of it. Still making money because of it. And he didn't go. He didn't go to his ceremony. The ceremony is just a celebration of the marriage, man, and the marriage is sex. But what happened was the two families will come together. The man and woman will go in the tent, do the thing, come out, man, and everyone will cheer and party and bust wine and say, yeah, man, it's a good unity, man. Your family is now my family, and that's what Christ went to right there. He went to a celebration of two people coming together, man. But the marriage wasn't the drinking of wine, wasn't the partying. Let me tell you something. According to the Bible, listen, you can have a wedding, you know what I mean, the bouquet, rice, everything, and if you and that woman don't have sex, you ain't married, man. According to God. You can have the wedding, the bouquet. What else? Have the white dress, the black tuxedo, the what's called the right hand man. What's called the right hand man? Yeah. The best man, Salaki, the best man, the flower lady. And if you and that girl don't have sex, listen, you still ain't married, man. You go on a honeymoon and come back, and guess what? You still ain't married. And now, that man can say, listen, you're not for me. I want to leave. and he can do so, and it'll be lawful because he didn't touch that woman. Read it one more time and move on. Yeah,
Okay.
so to recall says true. I didn't go to my university graduation ceremony, and I still have my degree seat there. You know, still can get a job. You still can pull. She still can pull out the certificate on when you go to a job interview, man. When they say what are you qualified with, you still can whoop it out, man. So I got a PhD in this, I got a PhD in that. Even though you didn't have no, even though there was no cap and gown, even though there was no hat, even though you didn't throw the hat in the sky, you still got it, man. If you and a woman love each other and you have sex, listen, even though there was no white dress, even though there was no rice, even though there was no ring on the finger, you two are still married, man. Read that again.
Okay. You want to read from verse 2?
In fact, that's okay. Get the history of the wedding ring if you could, and just share it. And then we get the history of the wedding ring. So listen, the wedding ring is nowhere in the Bible. The wedding ring isn't a Hebrew custom. The wedding ring is an Egyptian custom, man. Something that they believed in. It's nonsense. And there's a reason why, scroll down a bit. That the one there. Yeah, the bottom one. And there's a reason why they put it on the left finger. Because again, like all heathen, the Bible goes, the heathen are vain, man. They're vain. Imagine this. You know what heathens are? And you know what we are as well as Israelites if you don't follow the laws of God. And we follow the heathen. We are what you call animals. And that's what the heathen are. Animals, people that move by their instincts. See, we believe in God, so we don't worship the sun. We worship the God that made the sun. But if you're a heathen, you just go by your instincts. So you just believe in the sun. You say, you look at the sun and go, well, the sun gives us light. The sun makes the crops grow. It gives us vitamin D. The sun must be God. That's what they are, the instincts. They have sex with what they want to have sex with, eat what they want to have sex with. Because pork tastes good, let's eat it. And then there's us with rules. There's us with rules that go, no, we don't eat the pork. We don't do this, we don't do that. Animals are naked. And what are black women now in the streets? Naked. We become animals. Dogs have sex with anything. That's why women call men that have loads of women dogs. And what have our men become? Animals. Have sex with cliche, and then when I have sex with their brethren too, just running around like animals, but no rules. Animals eat anything. Pigs eat anything. Anything you throw in that pigsty is going to eat, man. Likewise, cats eat anything. A dead rat, a cat's gonna eat it. And then there's also rules. We can't eat something that dies of itself. It causes diseases. We can't eat the bat because it causes coronavirus. We don't eat mush meat. It causes Ebola. We don't eat pork and crab, shrimp, lobster. It gives diabetes and heart blood pressure and all them things there. That's how we roll. And there's animals, man. And this is one of the things that these animals thought. When you can't explain something in life, just go by the instincts. And this is what they thought. This is why they put a ring on a certain finger, because this is what they believe. Like most things, the Bible says the heathen are vain, worthless. And this is one of the things that they believed in. All right, you share it, sorry. No. If you could, please. Okay, don't give too much. In fact, it's okay. That's right. It's fine. Yeah, that's all right. Just read it. That's it.
All right, this is from Lane's UK in the section History of the Wedding Rings. The first wedding rings can be traced back to ancient Egyptians.
There you go, man. Nothing according to the Bible. We're not Egyptians. In fact, the Bible is against Egypt, man. The Egyptians was our first slave masters, man. Egyptians are people known for all types of freaky gods, known for walking around naked. Egyptians walk around bare chest, man. Egyptians believe in gods with like a falcon face and a man's body, and believe in all types of nonsense. And the wedding ring comes from these same people. This is what you want to be associated with. These same people that believe in falcon gods, they're the ones that introduced the wedding ring, man. Come on, surely you don't want to be a part. Come on, surely you can't believe in what they believe, man. What they believe is ridiculous. Egyptians believe that the sun was a man and the earth was a woman, and the son had sex with a woman. So the earth wasn't any woman; it was his sister. And come on, man. This is the nonsense they believed in. And you're putting a ring on your finger. You're believing in one of many of their nonsense philosophies, man. And this is what they believed about. So the Egyptians invented the wedding ring, and this is where it came from. This is why they put a ring on a woman's finger. Keep ringing.
When they exchanged rings made from braided reeds.
So back then they had braided reeds. A reed is like what, plant? And you'll plait it, braid it so it's nice and tight. And they'll make a ring out of that. Over time it became modified. It became a golden wedding band, or for a woman a diamond. And women have the most flyest wedding rings, man. And the man gets an engraved band. The woman's one called the wedding ring. The man's just called the wedding band. Just plain, stupid, and simple, and everyone respects it, man. If you work in McDonald's, you can't have no watch, no glove, no nothing, no what call it? You can't have no acrylic nails or nothing, man. No rings, but what you can have is a wedding ring, though. That you don't have to take off. Am I lying?
No, that's
In
right.
any catering job, that's what the world respects, man. And this is where it comes from. Keep it in.
And hemp.
And hemp is a plant, man. I know a lot of brothers know about hemp because a lot of people smoke it, man. Hemp is like a relative to weed. Like they're related.
Yeah.
Hemp and weed are relatives, man. A lot of people smoke weed, and hemp, and hashish, and all the things. All the types of plants are all related. And the Egyptians will make a ring out of hemp or reeds, like yeah.
They placed these rings on the forefinger of the left hand.
And they put these rings on the forefinger of the left hand, that's the forefinger. Another name for the forefinger, what's called the brainy finger. The brain finger, the pinky, the brainy, middle, index, and thumb, man. And that's the forefinger also known as the brainy finger. They did that back then. You think it's new? You think it's romantic? Got down on one knee, and hold my girl's hand firmly, and slide a ring on their finger, you get me? No, it comes from the same Egyptians that had sex with their sisters, man. The same Egyptians that their hairline starts here and they'll purposely shape it here, man. The man out there that crying because their hairline's going. Then you got another man who's purposely shaving the thing off, man. The Bible calls the Africans are odious people. It wasn't weird. And this the weird man be crying. Listen, the Bible was upset that he was bald, man. Then you got the next man making himself bald. Not making himself bald, so like giving himself a receding hairline. Purposely giving himself not bald, giving himself a receding hairline, man. Having sex with cows. In the Bible, it says you can't have sex with your sister. You know why it says that? Because the Egyptians were doing it. We just came out of Egypt, and the Lord said, listen, I'm laying the rules down of what to do. Because I know you was in Egypt a long time and you picked up some bad habits, but I let you know what to do or what not to do. That's what they were doing, man. Worshipping a falcon, man. Anything they couldn't explain, guess what they did? Made it a god. The river Nile will flood once a year, and when it will flood, it will turn the sands into mud. That's what happens. And that mud you can plant stuff. And they couldn't understand how it happened, man. Now we know science, condensation, it will make the river overflow. Guess what they said? It's a god. And they made a god that was a hippo, and said this is the reason why the Nile floods, why we can get crops and we can eat. So listen, all sorts of life come from the sun. Any food you eat comes from the sun. You eat rice, the sun grows it. You eat Rice Krispies, the sun grows the rice and grows the wheat, the meat, anything. You know what I mean? Even meat, the cows eat the grass, so you can have meat. Egyptians saw that and said, "Sun must be God." It's one of them ones. You know what I mean? If the wind was blowing strong, it's the wind God. Every morning the sun will come up, it's God. Every night the moon will come out. So what the Egyptians say? It was a God. Egyptians had a myth that had two main gods, man, Horus and Set. Horus was the sun god, Set was the moon god, man. And every night Set would win the fight. And every morning, Horus will win the fight on the brothers. That's where you get the word sunset from. And that's what they believed. And you look at that like, that's stupid. But guess what? The Egyptians also believed in this. So that means what? Wedding rings are stupid too, man. Don't be sliding a wedding ring on your girl's finger. How is it Set wins the fight every night, man? How come Horus can't win twice in a row, man? Every morning, Horus wins. Every night, Set wins, man. Without fail. Set don't win twice or three times or on a good winning streak. Set don't get no hat tricks or nothing, man. He loses every single night, and Horus wins every single morning, man. Sorry, sir.
And that don't make no sense. So what about if Set knocks him out, man? Like cold down for the count, like then how does that work?
Listen, they're crazy, man. That's what they believed in. And if you're a black man talking about, I got my girl a wedding ring, I went to Warren James. And listen, ain't nothing wrong with getting you in the ring. Getting a ring is not an issue. I'm talking about the wedding ring sliding on the pink of the forefinger, where that comes from. But getting a ring, listen, a regular ring, that's fine, man. You want to make your girl bling and you want to get her a ring and make her feel nice, and that's too hard, man. You know what I mean? I'm been about wedding rings here, man, where they come from. So like, keep it in.
On the left hand, as they believed that there was a vein of love.
See, that's what they believe, man. I know it sounds stupid now. They believe in your left hand finger there's a vein of love in there, man. And when you put this ring on, it just sparks and ignites the love, man. They said that this vein from your left hand was linked to your brain, no, linked to your heart.
Yeah.
Was linked to your heart, man. And through science and common sense, we know that's garbage, man. And black man, this is what you really believe in. This is what you're following. Now it's become custom and certain to do, but this is where it comes from, man. This is what the Bible means where it says they are vain. The custom of the people are vain, man. In fact, Mouse, hold that. Give me Jeremiah 10:1. You carry on, sir.
They believed that there was a vein of love that ran from this finger directly to your heart.
Come on, man. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. The belief was a vein that ran directly from the finger straight to your heart. So for that reason, we're gonna put a ring on your finger, man. That's what they believe. Couldn't be more stupid and ridiculous than Easter with bunnies laying eggs, man. Couldn't be more stupid and ridiculous like Christmas, man. With trees being in the house. Couldn't be more stupid and ridiculous to Valentine's Day, man. It means that one day of the year when you're gonna give your woman good sex. So I don't want to be crude, but I don't see why you can't wake up on Tuesday. Well, you know what? I want to treat my woman to something, you know. My woman say, you know what? I want to treat my man to something, man. You know what I mean? Let me look nice for my man. Let me fling on this, that. And listen, if women treated them, if women put on something more, what's the word, more often for their man, life would be better. You got women waiting for Valentine's Day to put on something nice for their man. So that means they're not looking after their body all year round and then trying to fling on something on Valentine's Day, which is terrible because you're in the sexy way, but you're out of shape, man. If you do what God said and nourish your marriage regularly, then you look good 365, but you're trying to look good in one day and then binge eat the 365. So you're popping out the laundry on Valentine's Day because you don't care about the rest of the day. You don't care about God said be sexual with your husband or with your wife constantly, nourish it, but you don't do that. You don't care what God says, but you care what the white man says. If you look good for your man and man look good for the woman, when God says you look better, man. But you do it the one day and you look terrible that one day. So like I said, I'll be honest.
No sweat. They call it a mutton dressed as lamb. You know what I mean? We trying to look nice.
Was it Valentine's Day? The Tesco woman dressed in red and so forth, with red lipstick and everything. And so, like, yeah, some people shouldn't be doing Valentine's Day. Look terrible, man. And the last thing some of them want is chocolate Valentine's Day, man. Take the flowers or something, but chocolate now, man. It's the last thing you need, man. What's lucky, man?
Slakia. Jeremiah 10:1.
Sorry. And for the man, them also, man, you got to put on woman bashing. You don't have to get your woman chocolate on Valentine's Day, man. Get anytime. You want to buy your woman some jewelry and make her feel nice, or why when it comes to February time, you want to feel all generous? Treat my woman to the shard, you know. The Bible says, listen, husbands, love your wife, man. So we're UPK, no one more masculine than us, ain't no more gangster than us, man. But we still love our women, man.
That's right.
In a gangster way, it's a luck, yeah. You can do both, man. You ain't got to be a Will Smith to love your wife. You can be masculine, man. And still take her for a meal, man. Still make her eat a steak. Still get her a gift, man. Women like flowers from time to time. Women like a gift from time to time, a bracelet. You can do that, man. Women like to be surprised from time to time. We like to go out, go on the beach, or go here, or go see nice things, or go for a sightseeing. You can still do that, man. Why you got to wait till one day when the white man says, man? How come man them are grumpy all year round? Man them are grumpy all year round. No, that man go nowhere, man. And them same man them on Valentine's they turn soft, man.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, with the missus, yeah, bro. Bro, what's the bracelet I got? I'm surprised, I think this is good, but surprised with his bracelet, to watch. Me, I love it, still watch. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Valentine's Day, you see all them snaps. Come on, man. Why you can't snap on a regular day, man? But go on, my Slakia. I get carried away.
Slakia. Jeremiah 10:1. Hear ye the word which the Lord spake unto you, O house of Israel.
And this is the Lord speaking to us, the Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, man. And this chapter is powerful, man. It's telling us that the Lord don't want us to be like the heathen, and why we shouldn't be like the heathen. Keep it in.
Slakia. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the ways of the heathen.
And the Lord said, don't learn the way of the heathen, man. Don't do what they do. What's the thing they do? Put a wedding ring on a woman's finger, man, because they believe that there's a part of her finger that connects to her heart, man. They put trees in houses and decorate them, man. They eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, man. They have 365 gods in Mecca, and they bow down to it and circle them and throw stones at them, man. That's what the heathen do, man. They eat bats. You know what I mean? And start what's it, COVID-19, man. In Africa, they cut women's clitoris is off and call it female circumcision. Even the British man knows it's disgusting. In Britain, they don't call it female circumcision, man. You know what they call it in England? They call it female mutilation. You can look it up, man. Even the British man knows this is disgusting, man. They put plates in their lips. This is what the heathen do. Put plates in their lips, and you know the Chinese people. The Chinese people got accustomed. This is the fact. The Chinese people got accustomed. Yeah, you can put it up where they believe that small feet is sexy. So anyone seen it? They purposely break their feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you could put it up, they wrap cloth around their feet, tight, and over time, over years, the feet get deformed, and the men call it sexy. Men see them. I'm showing the feet that the men see. Men see these feet and go, "Ooh, yo, what's your name? Where you come from? You got a number." Men see these feet. These are the things the heathen do. Lord said, "Learn not the way of the heathen." Keep it in, Mousa.
Salakia. And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
And the Bible goes, don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven. Don't be like, I'm a Pisces, I'm a this and the blue beam and the blood moon and all that garbage that's there, man. Read on.
For the heathens are dismayed at them.
Because the heathen do that stuff. The heathen believe in this and star signs and stupidness and all the type of things there. Keep it in.
Salakia. For the custom of the people are vain.
And the Lord said the custom of the people are vain. Who's the people? The heathen. The custom of the people are vain. Their rings on finger. Look, this is what I'm talking about. Look, anyone see it on the screen? This is what the heathen believe in, man. This is one of the many stupid things the heathen believe in. This is Chinese. I don't know what they call it, man. But some custom in China, what the heathen do. This is what they do, man. And they believe it's sexy. And this is vain and stupid. No one knows why they do it. Look at that, man. Look at that, man. The toes of her feet is crushed into a heel of her feet, man. And that's a custom that they do. Something that they do. You see how in England it's a custom, to go to college and university, and this is what they do in China. The Lord gives them two perfect feet, and they do this to their feet. This is what the heathen do, because it's attractive in their culture. They put plates in their lips. The East Indian man grows dreadlocks. He doesn't comb his hair on purpose. And this is seen as a holy man. It's seen as a holy man. So, Jennifer Hyman showed the picture of the East Indian custom with a man, the priest holds his hand up, holds it up for years, and he's seen as a holy man. And his arms are shriveled up because there's no blood circulation. This shit is hilarious. Can you find it? And these are the things the heathen do. The custom of the heathen are vain. And what's another thing heathens do? Put rings on fingers, man. And say this symbolizes our love. Yeah, I'm gonna beat you up and slap you up and take your money and rape you when you don't give me the box. I'm gonna come in drunk and when you don't give me sex, I'm gonna take it. But guess what? I put a ring on it, man. And the whole world goes, oh, well, that's fine, man. Meanwhile, you, Mr. UPK, Mr. Officer in the UPK that loves his woman, don't beat her up. Well, you got no papers, no ring on your finger. You're a horrible person. You are. You're using the woman. You're abusing woman. And you got that one there. It's another heathen custom, man. That's what the heathen do, man. So luck, yeah. A lot of people think that this will happen because they ain't traveled before, man. These things are happening today, man. This is an East Indian priest, and his job is just to put your hand in the air. That's it. So keep it there. And according to the rest of the village, he's holy. He's so holy. Why? He's kept his hand up for 6 days. You know how you look at a man that's holy because he fasted for a long time. You think, wow, this man can do that for you for so much months and years. They look at this man at the same way. Look how holy he is, man. Look, he had his hand up for you. Look, his hands are shriveled up, right in the way. And one of them pictures, they're smoking weed also, man. These are invented weed. They're the reason why people smoke weed. It's not a black thing. It's not a black culture thing. Snoop Dogg didn't invent it. Wiz Khalifa didn't invent it. It is East Indians, man. It's their culture, man. You can drop that stuff if you want.
Salakia.
Carry on. Fluffy, go on.
When Moses was when they was fighting, and I think Joshua have to hold up Moses' hand when it fell down. Then so that is what he's imitating. But it don't work, does it?
Oh no, it could be. It could be what he's imitating. But yeah, for all those that don't know, there's a scripture in the Bible where Moses was on a mountain and we was in the valley fighting some Africans. And when Moses lifted up his hand, we will win. And when Moses got tired, and his hands had to drop down and we will lose. So Joshua will hold Moses' hands up to keep us winning. So what Moses is saying is it's coming like they're trying to imitate that. I don't know if that's true, but it looks like it still. But if you could read the rest of that article, so like, yeah.
Like here. For the custom of the for one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe.
And there you go. It's going into Christmas. But the point I was making is that the heathen do vain things. The things they do are vain, and they're still vain today. Everything that they believed in back then is just modified now. You know, Easter became Mary, the holy the Holy Mother Mary. You know what I mean? Caesar Borgia became Jesus Christ, and you know the Christmas tree with gold on there became tinsels, and just pretty up and change it. And the hemp ring just became a wedding band and a wedding ring. And your Valentine's Day, which is a lustful day, where even the heart, a heart don't look like that. You go to biology class, look at heart. Your heart does not look like that. Your heart is like like a lump of muscle with valves in there, man. Different valves. Like, you know, a car got different valves, got different valves in there and so forth. Some that take in blood, some that pump out blood. It's nothing like what you see. That what you see on Valentine's Day, that emblem is meant to be a woman's backside, man. Back in the day, you would go to a strip club or a brothel, and that would be outside. You know how you got a sign outside that says, you know, in here we do, what's that one called? Click and collect, or we do PayPal, or what's one that we do newspapers. That was a sign to make people know, oh shit, sorry, excuse my French. There's women in here, man, giving it up. That was it. And now that became the sign of love. Really, that's the sign of lust, man. All just modified, and the heathen have always been vain. What they've done is always been vain, worthless, stupid, ridiculous, like female genital mutilation, just like holding your hand up in the sky. And guess what? Just like going on one knee and putting a ring on a woman's finger, man. It don't mean nothing. I'm gonna show you what marriage is according to the Bible and the duties of marriage. And the duties of marriage ain't putting a ring on the finger. Imagine that man gets on one knee and dots off his jeans, man. Dots off his jeans. Mess up the knees of his jeans, man. For a woman, man, so lucky, man. I can't be doing that, man. Got some good jeans, you know. I'm gonna dot up my jeans on the floor. When I'm done, I gotta dust myself up. It ain't gonna happen, man. So lucky. You know what I mean? It's a submissive position. Submissive, man. I'm on my knees. I don't get on no knees, man. That's gay as hell, man. But anyway, so like, anymore.
Yeah. Similar to today, it was a ring of love and was worn to symbolize commitment
There you go.
to each other.
And it was symbolized. It was a symbol for commitment. People see that and go, oh yeah, man. Them two are committed right there, man. Keep it in.
Yet the Egyptians also saw the circle as a powerful symbol.
And the Egyptian like the circle. The ring could have been square, could have been triangular. The reason why the ring was circular is not the ring is not circular because your finger's circular. Not the circumference of your finger is circular. That's not the reason why. But as we know, from the ends, it man to the rings that not them knuckle the ones. They're square, man. Some rings are square as well, man. The reason why the rings are circular, we're gonna read on.
Circle as a powerful symbol, and the endless circle of a wedding ring
There you go,
is
man.
said.
They what like that circle. What circle has no beginning, has no end. Circle. You roll a circle and the floor gonna keep rolling, rolling, rolling. And they say our love is never ending, man. So like a circle. You know what's there? How cheesy is that? That's why they like the circle. Keep it in.
Wedding ring is said to show a promise forever.
It's meant to be a promise forever, man. Imagine this: the wedding ring is supposed to be a promise forever, but yet 50% of people that get married get divorced. Excuse me. Imagine this: the wedding ring is supposed to be a promise forever, you know, but yet 50% of people that get married get divorced. Excuse me. It's meant to be a promise forever. Meanwhile, Ike boxing eternal with the same hand he had the ring on, man. So luck, yeah. You know what I mean? What's her name? Jada Pinkett was scratching the back of August, man, with the same hand she had the ring on, man. She was texting him. She was texting me, yeah, link me outside. This hand with the same ring on the finger. It didn't stop her, man. You know what I mean? Real marriage is when a woman is in the UPK and loves her husband, man. She would never have sex with nobody else, man. Never have sex with another man. She got a ring on her finger, and that same ring opened the door to let in August, man. She put the condom on August with the same hand. So with the same hand, she looked on the ring. Didn't stop her, man. You know what I mean? But anyway, what's the next one? What's the wedding vows? Anymore?
Yeah.
No, sorry.
All right. Ancient Greeks and Romans also wore rings, and the early ones were made from a leather, bone, or ivory.
There you go. And then later on, the Greeks did the same thing. The Greeks also copied this tradition, and that's all the Greeks are when you do history. The Greeks are those copycats, man. The Bible says the oppressor, who's a white man, the Esau, is a what's it called, fugitive and a vagabond. A fugitive is a man running away from his crimes, and a vagabond is a man that don't have no land of his own, and the oppressor don't have no culture of his own. He goes around stealing, man. What is white culture? Tell me. You know what I mean? What do white people eat? If you tell a man, all right, then what do white people eat? What's he gonna say? They eat chicken tikka masala. That's Indian, man. That don't come from them, man. Ask him, all right, cool. So, how do the Roman gods? The Roman gods were copied from the Greeks and Romans, man. Down to the wedding ring that the Romans and Greeks had came from the Egyptians first. They're a nation of people that steal people's culture, man, and call it British tea when tea don't come from England, come from India. Because my white people tell people to piss off home and go back home. We don't like it here, man. But everything about Britain is stolen from somewhere else, man. British people love a kebab. Oh God, they love a kebab, man. I get drunk, have a kebab with the naan. Naan is British. No, not naan is Indian, isn't it? And kebab is Turkey, man. Kebab from Turkey. What's it called? I think shish kebab is what? Indian. Or the both? Turkish. There you go. The Turks invented kebab. But yet they tell people piss off home and, you're going to come to my country because my country is better than yours. Who'd have known it? They don't have a culture of their own. Stole England from the Japhetic people, which they would be Hawaiians. Steal everything, man. Talk about Dunlop tires are the greatest tires known to man. The rubber tree don't start growing in England, man. The rubber trees from South America, man. Talk about Cadbury's chocolate, man. Cadbury chocolate is labeled the best chocolate on earth. And chocolate does not grow in Birmingham, man. It's not growing in Bourneville. What's Cadbury from Bourneville? You don't grow in Bourneville, man. But again, they're vagabonds and they steal people's culture, man. And they even steal the bad stuff, man. They even steal things like the wedding rings, the Greek gods. To every Greek god, there's a Egyptian equivalent. Guess what? The white people stole so much. Guess what? They even stole from each other. Imagine every Greek god is a Roman equivalent, and then every Roman god is a Greek equivalent. So they stole so much, they started even stealing from each other, man. Two white tribes started stealing from each other, man. I think one, you got Cupid who's Greek, and you got Eros, who's the same god what in Rome. Every last one of them, man, the same. So keep it.
It was in this time that the tradition of metal bands began and iron red wedding rings started being worn.
There you go, man. That's the transition. It came from hemp and string and leather, and the one day started coming to iron. Iron slowly but surely. So you got the wedding band today, man. So you got that 14 carat. What's it called? With a stone in it. The rose gold. What's it called? The engraved, diamond encrusted. That women love so much, man. Keep it in.
For those wealthy enough, we also saw the beginning of gold and silver bands being used to mark a marriage.
And there you go, man. Like with anything, anyone rich gets the better one. Like you got cars, but the man rich, guess what? Gets the better car. That's saying it right here in history. You know what I mean? Everyone has clothes, but the man rich has the most expensive clothes. So back then, everyone got married with using a ring, but the man who was more rich had a golden ring, man. And over time, the gold ring just became the norm, and now everyone gets a gold ring and yada yada yada. But anymore.
It was long before wedding rings became too personal. I got it. Yeah.
Good morning.
It wasn't long before wedding rings began to be personalized.
There you go. And later on, they got personalized, they got engraved, and you got shops that just sell wedding rings, and then the woman starts to say, you got Beyonce talk about you like it, then put a ring on it, and people say, if you like me, then claim me. Over time, that happened, but that's not what marriage was in the beginning, man. Show me the Bible where Adam put a ring on Eve's finger, man. Show me where Jacob put a ring on his wife's finger, man. You know what I mean? We just read that Isaac took Rebecca, his wife, man, and there she became his wife. No ring included. He didn't go to Warren James. Didn't go to Warren James or.
I think it's Frankie or Warren.
No, it's Warren James.
Warren James. No, there's another Frankie.
Quite a few,
Anyway.
man, but it's like jury. I kind of fell off jury, man, but you don't see that, man. Give me the wedding vows real quick, and then we get into the scriptures.
Vows.
Yeah. So have you ever noticed everyone knows, by the power invested in me, and do you take this woman to be a lawfully wedded, blah blah blah, and all that stuff that they say. Where does that come from, man? Surely it must come from somewhere. And a lot of people don't read the Bible and they think, is it the Bible? Ask someone who's ignorant and don't know the Bible. They'll tell you, they'll swear blind that is in the Bible. They swear blind is reading from some book, some chapter, some verse in the Bible. That is nowhere in the Bible, man. Like what the Bible said, the heathen teach vain things. And you think that you're married to a woman. People renew their vows. Like vows is what make a marriage. Imagine that. People say, you're not going to renew my vows to my wife, man. You know what I mean? Will Smith, I don't care how much times you renew your vows, your wife is a slut, man. So like, let me not say too much before he comes here and slap me. But to come in here and slap me, has to get Yanka rubbed. But she's a whore, man. Vows did not make her say, you know what, I'm not going to have sex with another man. You come in the UPK and we'll tell you how to really truly love your man. We'll teach you how to truly love your woman, how to care for her and really care for her. And you might not get a ring. Some brothers in here that might give you a ring, depending who that brother is, you might not get a ring, man. Because that brother will truly love you, man. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard times. You are gonna argue sometimes and it's not gonna be all peachy and stuff. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get Valentine's Day gifts. I'm telling you that now. You're not gonna get birthday gifts. You're not gonna get a Mother's Day gift. How come nowadays men are giving their own girlfriend a Valentine's Day, a Mother's Day gift, man? You know what I mean? I thought Mother's Day was for mothers, man. Now they're saying, yeah, she's not my mom, but she's the mother, man. Listen, man, stuff. Anything to give women a gift, man. But anyway, she ain't getting none of that. But it's what she's gonna be taken care of, man. She would, man. So that man would fight tooth and nail, would die for you, man. Ain't nothing he won't do for you. That man will, man. Trust me. And if you don't believe it, that day will come and you'll see it for yourself. You'll see it for yourself.
What went for the top? Or?
If you could go for sure. Yeah. No, we've picked him. Yeah, wedding vows, facts.
Okay. So this is from pinehouse.co.uk, section History of Traditional Wedding Vows. Wedding vow facts. We've picked out some facts on the origin and meaning of different parts of traditional vows to help you decide whether to use them or not.
So a vow is like a promise. That's what a vow is. So people have something called marriage vows where they have promises. And what's them promises? I promise to love you through sickness and health and better for worse. And then they divorce each other because the man got a spending problem. And that's better for worse. But anyway, and that's for richer for poor. He's gambling on the rent money. I gotta leave, man. And the same pastor that got them married, divorces them, signs the papers so they don't take divorce. But she made a promise that I'll love you for richer for poor, but when he gets poor, I leave him. Sickness and health. The woman gets old and her sex drive ain't high no more, so he leaves her, man. And that's sickness and health. But anyway, it don't make sense to me. But anyway, a vow is a promise. So when you get married, they have certain promises, like, right, this is what I'm gonna do. I promise I'm gonna do this with you and that with you. That's a marriage vow. And this is where it comes from, because nowhere in the Bible, that speech, nowhere in the Bible. Now, when you have a marriage, you are having a vow. You are promising, to look after someone for life. But the vows which they say, and they say in the church, and it's famous, is nowhere in the Bible. Keep it in.
Whatever you choose, the most important thing is that it's exactly what you want. In English-speaking countries, the most popular vows are spoken in Anglican churches.
There you go. You're gonna find out that where they're reading from is an Anglican book, man. It's an Anglican book where they got it from. Which the Anglican Church had in their possession for a long time. Nothing to do with the scriptures, man. Keep it in.
These days, the typical vows read as follows: I, the bridegroom, take you, bridegroom, to be my wife, husband, to have and hold from this day.
There you go. So say majority of the vows sound like this. They might differentiate a little bit. Some might say, I take the bridegroom, or this call it by a name, or Mrs. this, whatever. But this is how they are for the most part. Keep it in.
Variations of this wording are available.
There you go. So the words may vary a little bit. Like some may say, you may kiss the bride, or some may say you may kiss your wife to, whatever. But the context of the saying is the same, but the words may vary a little bit. You know what I mean? Keep it in. Like some say that the power invested in me. Some say that the power invested in me, given by God. But they all basically say the same thing. That makes sense. Keep it in.
The original wedding vows from the Book of Common Prayer.
From where?
The Book of Common Prayer.
From the Bible.
The Book of Common Prayer.
And that's where it comes from, man. The Book of Common Prayer, man. Which you can find today, man, in Salisbury, man. In the city of Salisbury. In the city of Salisbury where Stonehenge is. It's an old book, man. Nothing to the Bible. It's an old philosophy book that the Anglican Church had. And they put in there, not written by God, not written by the prophets of God. Just some certain monks and, Christian popes back then that thought knew the Bible came up with this, man. And you're thinking, listen, I stood before you and God and gave my vows, man. It means something. Don't mean anything. Don't mean anything. You sitting for your wife and saying their vows, like you sitting for your wife and saying nursery rhymes, man, means nothing. It's literally words made by men, just like nursery rhymes, but it's words made by men. You know, it's like Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. So it's an old saying said by men. Guess what? These vows are the same thing. The old catchy words that is made by men. It means nothing. How you treat your woman, how you treat your man, that really means something, man. Give me that in Ephesians real quick. Any more on that? So
yeah, more. Common prayer required the bride and only the bride to vow to obey her husband.
There you go. And the time passed. Now, things are more modified. The Christian church has been wicked since we can remember, but now it's getting more wicked. Like the Christian church was wicked back then, but wouldn't allow homosexuality at one time, sexual deviance. But now they do. Now they can sing in the choir. Back then, the Christian church was wicked. Always has been wicked, but at least back then they required a woman to obey her husband. At least back then, which is in the Bible. Now they don't do that. Now a woman can leave her man, and they say stuff like the woman take it from the hip hop man's side, meaning they're partners. You can't tell her nothing. She ain't, you got more wicked. They've always been wicked, but they've upped it nowadays in the last days, man. Salakia. It's got a bit worse now, man. Any more on that? Or?
Yeah, it is perhaps not surprising that the most modern form of vows no longer include that one-sided commitment.
There you go, man. Once upon a time, the vows which you know it in the Bible at least was for the woman. Like woman, make sure you love your husband. Don't have sex with nobody else. Yada yada yada. Now they don't have that. They ain't got that one-side commitment. Now Now the man says his vows and the she says the vows also. You know what I mean? Even they've changed as well. Give me this is your real vows according to the Bible. Give me Ephesians 5, and I believe it's 25. Is it or a bit above? Once again, let me get it for you. Ephesians 5 and about 25. This is your real promise to your woman. If you got a woman, if you have sex with a woman, you know what I mean? She becomes your woman, man. And this is your vow, your promise. It's not no book that you can find. What's it called? The Common Book of Prayer. What's it called? The Common Book of Prayer down in Salisbury. It's not no vows that the pastor says. This is your real promise to your woman, man. And this is your real promise to your man.
Salakia. Ephesians 5 verse 25. Husband, love your wife, even as Christ also loved the church.
In the Bible goes, husband, love your wife, man. That's your vow, man, to love her, man. So then, how do you love your woman if you're beating her up, man? It's a luck, yeah. Remember, Ike said his vows, So we, Ike Turner's a good man. He ain't out there shacking up and having sex with a woman, fornicating, as they call it, which that ain't fornication, mind you. Ike ain't out there fornicating, but Ike's busting her ass, though, man. Excuse me, man. Jada and Will's married, man. Married, man, but hey, listen. They have open relationships and she has sex with younger men from time to time, man. Kim Kardashian and Kanye married or nah? We're married. Listen, man, she has sex tapes and all types of nastiness with what's it called, Keith Davis, and you mean come on, man, all types of nastiness, man. But hey, she believes that I got divorced when I did that, so that matters. The Bible goes, wives, love your husbands, man. Husband, love your wife, man. Keep it in.
Slakia.
Bible goes, husbands, love your wives as Christ also loved the church, man. The church has been to school, or the body of brothers, man. Christ loved black people, man. What did Christ do for black people, man? Christ missed out on sleep. You read the Bible, Christ talking about how, he was tired, but he still would do miracles because he loved black people, man. Christ gave his time for black people, man, for the church or the body in the Greek. He gave his time. That's with your wife. Sometimes you got to give your time, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to, you know what? I don't need this right now, but you know what? Let me give my time star. You know what I mean? It's a lot. I don't know man wants to give a woman's time. But boy, a woman can take it all the time, man. So luck, yeah. One bag of chatting, man. So luck. You know what I mean? But you got to do it, man. You know what I mean? Christ died for the brothers, man. And likewise, you got to do the same. You got to die for your woman, man. The UPK, we got a saying, man. There's only one time when your wife's allowed to be hungry, and that's when you're starving. So there's only one time when she's allowed to be naked, and that's when you're more naked. There's only one time when she only one time when it's allowed for her to be thirsty, and that's when you are parched. You know, if she's doing bad, you got to be struggling. If she's here, you got to be here. That's the only time, man. She can't be hungry and you're fully fed, and that's the responsibility of all men. It's not all about swinging your nuts around, telling them who's the boss and everything. It's a responsibility. Like being a parent. Being a parent ain't about telling the kids who's in charge and sending kids to bed. Sometimes it's hard work too, man. You don't right. You got his benefits. You know what I mean? I know. You send the kid downstairs to go get the ketchup and come back upstairs. That's a great benefits, man. Go get my phone. That's my one. But it also comes with some responsibility too, man. It comes with going to them parents' evenings. The grades are dropping. And what you gotta do? Give them kids your time, man. So, all right, what's the deal now, man? You get a call from school. You know what I mean? I sneezed one time, and one of my daughters said, "Bless you, man." I had to tell her that we don't do that around here, man. And that's what being a parent is. It's not all about this, what I'm on top. And likewise, being a husband, it's not about talking about what I run things, I'm the king of the castle right here, man. It comes to teaching your wife as well, man. Showing her, giving her time, and doing this and doing that. And that's how it is, man. Why? Because that's what Christ did to our brothers. Christ cast out demons and was patient with our brothers. Patient with brothers and fighting and constantly fighting demons of brothers, man. And likewise, you got to love your wife the same how Christ loved black people. And let me tell you something. Christ loved black people, man. No one loved black people more than Yahweh Shai, man. He loved black people to the end, man. Spent his whole life in Jerusalem of teaching and waking up black people and fighting for black people. And just read the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, man. Not even sleeping. Christ said that the foxes have holes and the birds have their nests, but I got nowhere to rest my head. Meaning even them animals got a place to sleep at night time. Not me. I don't sleep, man. I'm on the go. As long as black people are on drugs, I can't rest my head. As long as black people are sniffing coke, I can't rest my head. And you gotta be the same way with your woman, man. She can't be suffering, and you're cool. Like what a lot of brothers do in the world, man. You know what I mean? Remember, like, yo, is that your thing? Yeah, my thing. Man. I had sex with 2 times. Ain't my problem, man. It's her business, man. Nah, you can't do that, man. It's like, yeah, keep it in.
Like, yeah. And gave himself for it.
And gave himself for it. I mean, Christ gave his life for blacks and Hispanics, man. For the brotherhood, man. That's how much he loved us. We gotta be the same. We gotta be the same, man. You can't be like, listen, I hear some man, she lost her job. She ain't my problem. You gotta love your wife the same way, man. Keep it in.
Like, yeah. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word.
There you go. You gotta clean your wife with the word, man. Another scripture for baptism, man. That cleaning yourself is by the word, but you can bring that on Thursday, man. That's real cleaning. And that's how you clean your woman, man, by cleaning with the word, man. Had Will brought Jada into here, she would clean by the word, man. She wouldn't be no disgusting whore, man. That's how you clean her. You don't clean her by, taking her off the streets and dripping her in Gucci, man. You drip her when you clean her with the word, man. But her mind is now brainwashed. She thinks different now. She used to be an old, dirty person. Now she's clean now, man. Clean by the word. Meaning she don't eat pork no more. She's not a whore no more. She don't celebrate Christmas. Once she's more these things, to clean her and clean her and clean her. And that's how you wash anybody, man. Let alone your wife. Keep it in.
Like, yeah. That he might present it to himself as a glorious church.
Give me
Not
verse
having
20, give me
spot.
verse 29.
Sorry. Like, yeah. Verse 29.
No, sorry. 28.
Like, yeah. So ought men to love their wife as their own bodies.
You go, man. The Bible goes, love your wife as your own body. Listen, let me tell you something. This is real marriage vows right here, man. This is a real promise right here, man. You got to put no ring on for this. The men, imagine no one's doing this outside of these doors, man. But they got the ring though, and they got the Valentine's Day gifts. And then what happens when they run out of love? They just leave. And that woman finds the next man. It happens again, and it happens again. And then guess what? There's 10 different children, 10 different baby fathers. Because why they ain't doing this, man? We go to the Christian church. That people are failing black people, man. They're failing us. They're our leaders, telling us how to conduct ourselves. and we're conducting ourselves wrong. They're failing black people in all aspects, man. Even in relationships. Keep it in.
Slakia. He that loveth his wife loveth himself.
And the Bible goes, you love your wife, you love yourself. Let me tell you something. According to the Bible, love is not an emotion, man. Love is an action. It's an action. Love is a duty, Salakia. It's what you do, man. If you look after your children, you love them. I don't care how much you shout at them. I don't care how much you tell them off. They teach you that to love your wife, you can't tell her off, man. To love your wife, she does wrong and say, oops. And you go, oh, God, what are you like? Hey, no, man. You know, you sometimes you got to correct your wife, man. You got to tell her she's wrong for doing this and don't do that again. Just like children. You love them. That's why you tell them, don't put your hand in the socket, man. You love them. That's why you tell them, don't run across the road, man, because you love them. And likewise, women do some dumb stuff from time to time. Some dumb shit. And you give them money and they're buying the wrong silly stuff. And because you love them and you don't want them to get played, that's why you tell them, don't do that, man. Don't go to the mechanic by yourself. The man will play you, man. Don't go buy a TV by yourself. The man will play you because you love him. But we think love is mushy and soft. And guess what? Like emotions are like the weather. Emotions change, man. So one day now, when your man don't take you to the shard or the spark dies down, guess what you do? You find somebody else, something new. And then one day that spark dies down and you leave again and you leave again. Listen, there's no man that can keep you happy 24/7, man. So good luck finding your ideal man, man. Women certain times. So why did you leave your man? Because he cheated on me. So I got a new man now. And this one won't cheat. Okay, we'll see. Listen, I know men, women, ladies, I know men more than you do because I'm a man. And I even hang around with them. In my whole life of living, I've never really met a man that don't like loads of women. I've never really met him. I started to burst your bubble, but I never. So good luck finding this one that won't cheat, man. So luck, yeah. There's a few. I know the song. The one guy I know who's content, man. Got one woman, and you know, and he's probably the only guy I know that's like that. So good luck, man. I'm searching to find Mr. Right, man. Good luck. That's like a man trying to find a woman that don't talk too much, man. Women like to talk a lot. Like a man that likes women that don't. Women like, you know, flashy, nice stuff like getting their nails done and stuff, or, you know, soft stuff. You know, women, the certain things that women just do, the certain things that children do, the certain things that boys do. Like boys like to play with action men and like to, you know, play with trucks and so forth. Good luck finding a boy that don't do them stuff, man. It's ridiculous. But we've been told that, you know, I'm out of love now and life's all about me, me, me. Forget the kids. They got to grow up with a new man in the house. They got to grow up confused and forget them because I need to be happy. That's the selfishness that our people dwell in, man. Do you know in the olden days, our grandparents had many arguments, man, and they stayed. When you see these old people and they're together for 60 odd years, and you're like, wow, that's a great marriage, man. Do you think that was 60 odd years of smiles and kisses and hugs? They had arguments too, man. But they knew what? Just for the kids, man, stay together, man. Just for the sake of families, they stay together. But Christianity teaches us to be selfish, and we leave and ruin everything and destroy the children. And the children get to see that on the weekend, and they're gonna grow up with their parents hating each other, and you know, a half brother here and there. Why? Because we gotta be happy, man. Keep it in.
Slakia, verse 29. For no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourish and cherish it, even as the Lord, the church.
So the Lord said, the Bible saying that listen, any man that loves his wife loves himself, because no man hates his own flesh. What man hates himself, man? You're made to love yourself. That's why when you find a person that cuts themselves or self harms, it's mental illness. Because naturally you're made to love yourself. And if your wife is a part of you, then guess what? You gotta love her too, man. No one, the Bible goes, no one hates himself, no one hits himself. And if your wife is a part of you, you don't hit yourself. So likewise, don't hit your wife, man. You make sure that you're fully clothed and fully dressed and looking good, and make sure she's looking good too, man. Don't force her to have abortions. Don't force her, don't rape her. You would want to be raped. So don't rape your wife, man. The Bible said your woman is a part of you, and no man harms himself, man. No man harms himself. If you're known for harming yourself and cutting your own wrist, it's called mental health. Why? Because something ain't right, man. Your body is made to love itself. Naturally, the nerves in your body that if I pour hot water on your hand, your body will naturally pull away from the hot water, man. Naturally made to live. Your body's made to live and love. Naturally, you learn that in science, man. If one lung was to collapse, the body will shut that one down and make the other one work. Your body's made to live. It's made to love itself and to procreate. And you know what I mean? And make more of you, man. Right. And any man that hates himself is called mental health, man. Any man that slits his wrist, they put him in a straight jacket. Any man that slits his wrist, they admit him. You know, they section him. Any man trying to jump off a building and say, "What happened? Suicidal thoughts." Boom. He goes straight into mental health care, man. Straight away. Because naturally, you're meant to love yourself. And like, if you love yourself and your wife is yourself, then you need to love her also, man. So after we done.
Slakia. Verse 30. For we are members of his body, of his flesh, and of his bones.
There you go. So we're the members of Christ's body, man. Meaning, you know what I mean? Like, you know how you got body, you got hands, feet, head, and all the things come together to make one body. And likewise in the UPK, man, we've got many brothers, man, that do many different things. But together with the UPK, together we fight for one cause. Together our cause to get blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians on top, man. And we are members of Christ's body. We're all members, we're all different people. You know what I mean? Different gifts fighting for the same cause, man. Trying to get black people off drugs. One, but like a body got what toes, fingers, arms, legs, and all them different members of the body work for one cause to make this body function.
That's right.
And likewise, in the truth is the same thing. We're all members of one body, which is Christ. Keep it in.
Slakia. 31. For this cause shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and
And
they
for this
two
cause,
shall become one flesh.
say, for this cause shall a man leave his father and his mother. So the time in a man's life where he grows up, man, and makes a family of his own. And when he meets that woman, it says day twain and day two shall become one flesh. Now, what does that mean? When a man leaves his woman and finds his wife, they two shall be one flesh. What does that mean? You know, Moses.
Slakia. When they married, they become one flesh because they start procreating with each other. So they join as one flesh.
No, but then at the same time, but then when they procreate, they separate after that. Separate and live their life. So are they two again? Say they twain, meaning two people become one flesh. Now we know they ain't glued like Siamese twins. They don't hold hands everywhere they go. So what does it mean by they're one flesh?
Slakia the rules. Because they're married, they become one instead of two separate persons.
That's correct. Meaning before they were married, she had her life and he had his life. She had her problems, he had his problems. She had her financial debts, he had his financial debts. Now they're married, guess what? Her problems are his problems. Now they're married, her financial debts are his financial debts. You know what I mean? Her life is his life. That's what it means. Christians use this and go, see, the Bible says day twain shall be flesh. So this means a man can only have one wife. You don't mean that, man. A man can be one flesh with her and her and her. Meaning her problems are his problems and her problems are his problems. That's what it means, man. Day twain shall be one flesh. A man can be one flesh with many different people, man. You don't mean that. But back to what I was saying, your wife's problems are your problems, man. Now, Ike Turner had the wedding ring, but he hated his own flesh, man. In the UPK, we might not have no wedding ring, man, but we ain't beating no women, man. These women ain't having sex with somebody else, no younger man called August Alsina, man. They ain't doing that, man. They ain't blitting their man on TV, embarrassing them, man. That's the real wedding vows, man. Not no book that you can find in down by Stonehenge. You know what I mean? Not no wedding ring that symbolizes, this, that. Not no rice. In fact, get the wedding, get the rice as well. At certain weddings, they'll throw rice at people, man. I've only been to black weddings, so we don't throw rice, man. So luck ya. Any man throwing rice at me, listen, I don't know what rice seems like. It must hurt, man. But ain't rice kind of tough? Yeah. It must hurt, man. You throwing rice after, man. So luck ya, man. Rice, for me, belongs in a pot, man. With the red peas and stuff, man. You know what I mean? Make it simmer down in coconut water. Rice don't belong in my face, man. In my braids, luck ya. All up in my braids and shit, man. But black woman got her hair all done and stuff. You know, throw rice in her hair. Throw rice all in their head covering and veil, and you know what I mean. You can't be doing that, man. We don't get down like that. But the oppressor has rice at a wedding which he throws. Even that don't come from the Bible, man. Read that, please.
This is from brides.com. The section, why do people throw rice at weddings? Why do we throw a hail of tiny white rice grains?
There you go. So people be in the wedding, after the ceremony where they kiss the bride or whatever, and they walk through the arches of the church door. Usually the man will pick up his wife, and as they go into the car, everyone's throwing rice at them, man. Like that's assault, man. What happened to it as a regular gift or congratulations, man? Dashing rice after man. Cheating.
Um, at newly married couples, as they make their way from the ceremony, the answer is threefold. Rice or grains symbolize fertility.
There you go, man. Some more heathen, vain, stupidness, man. The rice symbol. Heathens always have some symbolism, man. Always some symbolism. The ring symbolizes this. And the white dress symbolizes that, and at funeral you wear black because it symbolizes this, and the rice what symbolizes fertility, man. Just like Easter, the Easter egg symbolize what fertility as well.
Mm-hmm.
Fertility, and the tree symbolize. It's another thing that they believe in, man. The rice somehow, I don't know how, but symbolize fertility. I don't understand why. Rice, egg makes sense. Seeds and stuff make sense, but rice, but that's what they believe, man. The rice symbolizes fertility, so they're saying to have a fruitful, nice marriage and have loads of children and be fertile, we're gonna throw some rice at you, man. Keep it in.
And are a symbol of prosperity.
And the symbol of prosperity means you're gonna prosper, have a good. It's good luck charms, man. The heathens believe in it. They put wind chimes on the door. And when the wind chime bring good luck or chase away devils or something like that.
Chase away devils from it's Chinese.
They believe all types of stuff, man. All types of garbage. They believe in sage. They burn sage and go, yeah, man, because of sage. So if you burn sage should just be what? Fragrant, man. That smells nice. That's all. In the UPK, in the Bible, Salaki, in the Bible, the priests would burn frankincense and myrrh, man. And guess what? Guess what the frank and myrrh was for? Just 'cause it smelled nice, man. The Lord said that's the odor or the aroma, should I say? The Lord wanted it in the temple. That's it, man. You don't ward away bad spirits and bad luck. Like sage, say sage. What is he having a bad day? Burn some sage, man. It burns with the negativity, what I mean, chakras and all that garbage, all that stuff, just symbolism and stupidness. Which once upon a time, now it's normal. You think no, nothing wrong with that. Back in ancient times, you see a witch doctor doing it, man. Back then, you would see how evil it was, but today, the white man does it. And back then, you would see a witch doctor in all black, what I mean, there's black smoke and so forth around the Christmas tree, putting gold on it. But now you see it on the Christmas, you see it on the Asda advert around December time, and they got nice music and jingles around. So you feel, it ain't that bad. But the same practices of go back to the heathen, man, what they do, man. You think that they think brothers in the world think that to do an evil practice, you have to have a pentagram with chalk around it and candles and be dressed like Harry Potter with fangs in a dark room. Nah, man, you're celebrating Christmas. You might as well be doing just that. You might as well be doing witchcraft, man. With the pentagram, you're taking drugs. You might as well just be doing that. It's the same thing, man.
That's right.
You see it prettied up all nicely and stuff. You feel, it's different, man. The same practices of the heathen, man. Same thing when you feel, because I'll get a ring and put it on my wife's, this finger and get down on one knee and all that stuff. You do the same thing, man. You just think now, it's not evil and dark, man. It's different, man. It's the same thing, man. Christmas is as evil as a seance. Christmas is as evil as an exorcism. Christmas is as evil as what they call it, the Ouija board, man.
That's right.
Both of them are serving other gods. They both come from the heathen, man. They're the exact same thing, man. But with that, anyway, that's a class. Behind the priest and prophet, captain of 13,000 with the announcements. We 10,000. So lock, 10,000 lock,
All right, that was a powerful class. Give Officer Crawford a hand. First and foremost. All right, we are the ISUPK. Started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. Rule for a brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10 means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or a teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations is the Passover, the Lord's 53rd Passover,
Calm, calm.
April the 15th. All Akim and Aquaf to check the bulletin board in the hallway and check all ISUPK social media. So Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and also Google My Business. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headbands, and scarves. And with that, we're going to give the teacher one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I Madiam. Men of Israel, I Madiam Shabbat. I Madiam Barak. Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Yad Yamata.
So,
Yad Yamata. Class dismissed.
Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabbat.
Yahweh Shem Shai